Driven by a deep sense of nostalgia, I've decided to start replaying some of the best PlayStation 2 games. My goal is to compare these older titles like the original God of War 2, or Budokai Tenkaichi 3 with what we see in modern gaming. To really kick off this journey, I'm starting with a title I haven't touched in ages. Black. Black is a first-person shooter from Criterion Games and Electronic Arts, released on both the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. It's renowned for its destruction elements and seriously intense shooting. It's actually a bit surprising that Criterion Games, which was and is primarily known for the Burnout racing series, shifted gears to an FPS. They aimed to do for shooting what Burnout did for racing, by focusing on destruction and realistic weapon handling. The detail in the shooting mechanics is seriously impressive for an older game. When you reload, you get a blurry vision effect, and weapons offer 3 firing modes: single bullet, semi-automatic, and automatic. The game also features a degree of realistic damage. A headshot is instantly lethal, but hitting a protective vest requires more sustained fire. Adding to the fun, as I mentioned, is the destruction. You can fire a bazooka to destroy a building or blow up doors with a shotgun or grenades, but you can also shoot at other objects around you, leading to some great visual flair. The game actually rejects the typical zoom-in feature for shooting. Instead, the camera just zooms in slightly for most weapons, which generally makes it easy to shoot and move. Furthermore, there isn't the kind of expressive recoil you might find in games like Counter-Strike. While a recoil does exist if you fire constantly, it's usually simple to control. Because of this easy handling, being careful is essential, as healing items are scattered stingily across the map. Despite its strengths, Black isn't without its underlying issues. Primarily, there is a severe range limitation on most weapons. Only the sniper rifle is effective from a distance, leaving smaller guns like Uzis and pistols largely useless in open areas. Additionally, grenades feel clumsy and unreliable as their throwing range is very short and they don't bounce realistically when thrown. The enemy AI is also hit or miss. While they sometimes make rational decisions, like intelligently using cover, they also exhibit odd glitches, such as moving erratically or colliding with one another. However, for an older title, the AI often remains challenging because the game compensates by spawning a massive number of enemies per map. Though the variety is low, consisting mostly of standard terrorists and the bigger shotgun-wielding attackers, the sheer volume, combined with scaling difficulty settings, ensures a constant tension. I personally found the friendly teammates to be pretty useless. They shoot at enemies, sure, but they don't really do much. They're mostly just there for the sake of the story. Speaking of the story, it's not really the most important part of the game. You play as Jack Keller, a US Army soldier on a covert anti-terrorist mission. What is great is how the story is told through voiced over cutscenes before each mission that feature interesting images and moments. The only downside is that these cutscenes aren't skippable, but thankfully they don't last very long. Black uses a mission-based progression system. High difficulty levels improve the challenge by introducing additional objectives such as gathering intelligence or destroying key targets, which are indicated by changing in the HUD crosshairs. When your health is critically low, the game adds to the tension and immersion by having the screen change to black and white with heartbeat sounds and slowing down time. While objectives aren't difficult to spot, they are often hidden, requiring detailed exploration to find them. Each map can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to finish, depending on its size and your pace. The game stays engaging because each mission brings something unique and constantly changes the environment. Although the levels often lack fine detail and can look bare bones, the intense gameplay keeps you focused, so you rarely notice these graphical shortcomings. Graphically, Black was very impressive back then, offering detailed textures, smooth animations, and dynamic environments. What really made the game famous though was its sound design. The authentic, satisfying weapon noises were so good it made them win major accolades, including a BAFTA award for audio excellence. In summary, we can't truly compare Black to modern, faster titles like Call of Duty or Battlefield, though it certainly offers satisfying gunplay. I genuinely enjoyed my experience with it. There's just something about this game that makes you want to keep playing without watching the time. If you want to dive into some retro gaming and see what older shooters were like, this is a fun choice. You can also play it on Xbox via the EA Play service. While Criterion wanted to make a sequel, they had creative differences with EA, preventing its development. Because of this, the original team created a new game called Body Count, which served as a spiritual successor when it launched in 2011.